Hi there. This is Mark Idelman, speech language pathologist, and welcome to the teaching of talking. I'm just going to do a very short little message for you because this week we're having a Facebook Live meeting on Tuesday evening at 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Mountain, 7 p.m. Central, and 8 p.m. Eastern. And so what's the message? What's this message all about? Well, this message is about why you need to learn the teaching of talking method. Well, you say, well, okay, what's the reason? Well, one of the reasons is because you learn, if you're a caregiver or a loved one, you learn how to stimulate the person who's got aphasia each and every day throughout the day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Not speech therapy once a week for 30 or 45 minutes or an hour. It's every day, and it's interspersed throughout the day. The scientific literature is telling us that intensive speech therapy works to help those with aphasia. And you know something? There are a number of studies, and I just reviewed them for the last 3 or 4 hours online, that what they did is they compared standard speech therapy of 2 to 3 times a week, and they compared them to speech therapy that was done intensively each and every day. And you know what they found? They found that those people who received intensive speech and language stimulation each and every day throughout the day in many different contexts, like at meals, like when they get up in the morning, like when they go out, that the progress is so much better when speech and language stimulation is done each and every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And so intensive therapy works. And that's why more and more people, more and more caregivers, more and more care partners, and more therapists are learning the teaching of talking method. Not only that, but with the teaching of talking method that we're going to be speaking about and sharing with you on Tuesday, it's meaningful. You know, you don't do a bunch of flashcards that identify sheep or cats or dogs or a policeman or anything like that. It's about meaningful speech that's needed each and every day in the context of the situation. So we teach caregivers how to help those with aphasia speak in words, phrases, and sentences in the situations that are necessary at that particular point in time. So another reason why the teaching of talking works for those with aphasia and why more and more people are learning it is because it's fun. Man, you can talk about anything you want. You don't have to do flashcards. You don't have to do worksheets. You talk about what's fun. You talk about the football game, or you talk about the hockey game, or you talk about a recipe, or you talk about going shopping, or you talk about the grandchildren or the children. I mean, the subjects of what to talk about. I worked with one guy who liked to talk about food. I worked with another guy who liked to talk about beer. I mean, you talk about the things that people like to talk about. And you know something? If you speak to people about what they like to talk about, guess what? They want to talk more. So that's another part of the message. And another wonderful thing about the teaching of talking method is that you can stimulate speech and language anywhere. You don't have to be in a therapy room miles from home with someone you might not even know. When caregivers learn, or spouses learn, or friends learn how to do the teaching of talking, you find out that it can be done wherever. It can be done in bed. It can be done in preparation for the day. It can be done at the bathroom sink. It can be done anywhere, in the car. It can be done in the restaurant. It can be done anywhere. And you don't need any special high dollar equipment. You don't need the iPad. You don't need the handout sheets. Not saying, now those things are okay, but I'm saying is that you can learn how to stimulate speech without a notebook, without an iPad, so that you're free to interact. And that's one of the wonderful things about the teaching of talking. And another one of the things is it's repetitive. You can repeat the same kind of phrase or sentence each and every day. You know, we all forget things. And when we forget things, people with aphasia tend to forget things even faster than most normal people. So that's another reason why the teaching of talking works so well, because it's done every day. So if a person forgets, the stimulation occurs for the same phrase, for the same sentence, or whatever, therefore keeping the new language stimulated and getting it stronger and stronger and stronger each and every day. Now, when therapy is done 2 or 3 times a week, it's very quick, very easy to forget what you've learned. But when you're working on language concepts that are done each and every day, they tend to stick around longer and better. So it helps stabilize things. So I just thought I'd just share this little message for you. We're meeting this Tuesday evening for a Facebook Live, and I invite you and I invite people with aphasia to be on the call, and we can talk on the call. And hopefully I won't be in the library this Tuesday, and I'll be right here at home, and I can speak as loud as I want or be as animated as I want, and I can help you do the same. So join us, would you please? Join us Tuesday at Moshe Mark Idelman Facebook, and we'll post a copy of it on Teaching of Talking Facebook. But you want to make sure that you like us on Moshe Mark Idelman and that you follow us on Moshe Mark Idelman. And that way you can be on the call and you can talk with us. And remember, if you want to be on the call, you have to use a smartphone. It has to be in the horizontal position. And not only does it have to be in the horizontal position, but you have to check inside the phone in the settings. And you want to find the Facebook in the settings. And you want to turn on your camera and you want to turn on your microphone. And you want to make sure that the smartphone is in the horizontal position. Now, if you don't want to be on the call live, that means if you don't have a question that you want to ask me or want me to show you something in specifically, which I will do to those who want to be on the call. If you're the type who doesn't want to be on the call, you can still watch the call without being on it necessarily. You can be on it through your computer and you can watch the whole thing. But if you want to interact with me on the call, you want to be at Moshe Mark Idelman on Facebook. So I want to thank everybody for taking this time to kind of just join me so that I can remind you that we're going to have a great time Tuesday night. So be on the call and we'll see you then. So bye-bye now. And like us, remember, at Moshe Mark Idelman. And if you want any further information, go to our website at teachingoftalking.com, and you can find out how you can take an independent study course or work with me specifically. You can do that if you go to teachingoftalking.com. But otherwise, I'll see you Tuesday night at 5 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock Mountain, 7 o'clock Central, and 8 o'clock Eastern. Okay now, bye-bye.